It's Starry. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. It's streaming live from both Starrylock and from Stories Lost and Found. It looks to be a rather quiet morning so far, or afternoon, I should say, as it is 1 p.m. here, and I guess it'd be all the way at not 7 p.m. in the UK, because they aren't in daylight savings time the way the US and Canada is. They'd only be 5 hours ahead of us now, so that would be 6 p.m. But I do see people here. We have Lockpicking Scal, we have G Keyman 565, and we have Donna Reed filling up the conversation. I see on Stories Lost and Found, Dirty Mad Gacker was here some time ago, so I don't have date stamps. I don't know when. Marlon is here from Mayor Video. We've had an excellent show this morning. Well, we're seeing according to StreamYard, I got 5 people in here, but we can get started with 5. So I would, if you went by how sunny it is outside, it would be great. And I'd love to be out there exploring, but it's below freezing. And that's before you take into account the 40 mile an hour winds that you can sometimes hear blowing out there that drop it even colder. So we'll be indoors today. Hello, Looter 8. I have tried to get the coin cam to work. I can work it if I don't have my phone in use, but it still doesn't work if I don't use the camera on the computer. I somehow have to get the computer to see the coin cam as the camera for the computer, I think, in order to get that to work, but we'll get started without that. There is a website, which you'll find a link in the description for pennymachine.biz. This actually goes to the manufacturer of one of the penny machines. And they provide the only source I have found so far for a history for pressed pennies, elongated pennies, flattened pennies, rolled out pennies, squished pennies are some of the common names for them. Orlando at the 717 detector has joined us. If you hear me talking about somebody you don't see, it's probably because they're over on the other channel from the one you're on. If you have not caught my short, I just want to bring up one hobo coin I have. This is a hobo coin which is often replicated through Chinese knockoff by pressing the coin, taking a peace dollar and making it into a hobo nickel. This is an actual peace dollar made into a hobo nickel by the carver Sam Wall, who is from Canada. So I did a short on that. It's a really nice looking piece. Shannon Dalton is here. Adzi156 is here. Dirty Mag Yackers is in the house. So according to this history that the Limburg Manufacturing Company provides, the pressed penny came about at the World's Columbia Expo in Chicago, Illinois in 1893. Moon over Miami is in the house. And I think I've said hello to Shannon Dalton, but in case I haven't, Hiya. Squirrels, magnet fishing, and outdoors. I have taken their article and I have excerpted part of it into the description. To get the full history, make sure you go and follow the link and check out the history of pressed pennies. I'm pretty sure everything I have in this bag is going to be contemporary elongateds. But 1893 to 1965 is considered colloquial. 1966 to 1985 is modern, and 1986 to present date is contemporary, according to their website. I don't know how that compares to other people's view on the topic, but that's what I have for a history. Up until very recently, I've only had 3 pressed pennies, all of which were side related to my hobo nickel collection, because all 3 of them were made by Frank Brazel, who is a hobo nickel carver as well, back in the days when he was alive. But his pressed penny cult was how he made his living. The hobo nickel carving is how he managed to make trades with coin dealers. And of course, both of these topics fit into the exonumia category of coins. These aren't like metals or tokens. These are modified coins. And according to any site I can find, pressing these pennies don't require a special license the way I was told when I was a kid and got a pressed penny. But the pressed pennies I have as a kid are long gone, and I have the 3 I had showed previously, and I have what's in this bag. I found these at an antique store for $5. I do not know how many are in here. I think they told me there was something like 75 to 100 in here. But the bag was ripped when I found it, so who knows how many fell out. Deej from Digging with Deej is in the house. Just got the notification. I only put you in 7 minutes after the start. I guess YouTube didn't screw up too badly. So I thought I would take the time and look at some of these. I have one I made as a kid at an amusement park in our capital city mall. It used to be the biggest mall in the world back in the day. I can remember when it was the biggest mall in the world. I've never been there, but I remember when the claim was there. When I went to Iowa State, they had a dorm system that was, at the time in the early 80s, the largest dorm system in the world. So those titles come and go. If you have a working mall at all these days, you're lucky. So let's take a look at a few of these. I have not looked through them, so I don't even know for certain what I have, other than I can tell some of these are going to be kind of gross, and I'm going to want to wash my hands when I'm done here. The coin cam would have been useful, but until I can figure out how to replace my laptop camera with the coin cam, and I don't have to add a third camera, because a third camera for StreamYards equals an extra camera, and that costs $40 a month as opposed to $20 a month. And Yeah, a couple of these are unsavory in appearance. They have seen trafficking. Let's see what we can find out here. Looks like Holland. No, it's Honolulu, Hawaii. And advertising, it's a Hawaiian word, and I can't quite make out what it says, but it's a shaved ice ad. So I do not know. See, when Frank Brazel made elongated coins or pressed pennies, he did so for businesses, and this is a business one. So I don't know if the business made them and gave them out or actually had a machine. The other link that you'll see in the description takes you to a site that is databasing all the pressed penny locations they know of, so that you can find one near you. Whoa. Dropping coins I am. This one is called Guardian Angel. I may spend most of my time trying to find a good angle for you to see. We seem to only have 4 people in the house, but I'm thankful for all of you who are here. Renee Vester has joined us. Oh, back up to 5. I either have light or I have focus. There we go. For a second. But you have a winged person in the middle with guardian written on one side and angel on the other. This one does not need introductions for those at all familiar with the figure. It's the rather grody looking Statue of Liberty. And probably comes as a pressed penny from the Statue of Liberty. There are locations that still have these. The Arnold's Park Amusement Park, which is about 45 minutes north of here, has a maritime museum, and they have a pressed penny according to that website. If you're interested where you might be able to find one, check out that website. It's fairly well set up. I do not know how up to date it is, so. This one is from Conneaut Notch State Park in New Hampshire. Come on, focus for me, please. I can't do the forced focus like you would with the iPhone's normal camera because we're going through StreamYard. Oh, good. I gave Renee Vester moderatorship. Apparently, YouTube has that fixed. I think that's a moose on there. Squirrel needs a wrench. And Squirrels has a wrench. Well, you say you don't need a wrench, but you got one. One last time here to look to the New Hampshire State Park with its moose. Yeah. I think the curvature of these coins combined with the tarnish on them makes it hard for the camera. Nick Molnar is in the house. I'm guessing this is another Hawaiian pressed penny because it is Dole Plantation. My tablet is sitting on whichever channel I last gave somebody a wrench to. So if you see somebody that needs a wrench, let me know which channel you're on, and then I'll switch over to it and give them a wrench. This one here is the Tree Bear FRC Museum. Good things come in trees. Ooh, we actually caught a decent picture for once. It's a little messy up here, but we'll move on from the tree museum to the Birch Aquarium at Scripps. Let's see if I can hit that sweet spot again and get you a decent picture. No, of course not. That's not bad. You can at least see the shark on there. And Dinosaur Resource Center. And there's a dinosaur head on there. I don't know where the Dinosaur Resource Center is, but there we go. I think it looks more like a Chinese dragon than a dinosaur head, but Rock City. And that looks like a giant skeleton on there, too. It is possible. I do not know the... it is not a skeleton. If I knew Rock City, I'd probably know that that's actually a bridge on there. It has a rock that stands out all by itself with a bridge leading across to it. That's part of the purpose of being here, is to try to make new friends. So feel free to, if you're on a computer, you can have multiple tabs open and have one of my channels on each of them. And when you hear someone new that you want to check out, you can flip over to it. Ooh, this one, next one's really messy. I don't know where it is from. I can make out Pro Shop up at the top, and then it says Outdoor Store on the bottom. So it has been sitting somewhere unpleasant. White makes me think it's had calcium buildup on it, but I could be completely wrong. Okay, I believe this is a resort in Missouri, unless I'm mistaken. Silver Dollar City. Anyone familiar with Silver Dollar City can confirm or deny my thought that it's in, thinking it's Branson, Missouri, but I could be completely wrong on that. That's 11 of them so far. Some of them in better shape than others. Yes, I suppose that's the one benefit of me only having 5 people in the house, is that you can converse and get to know people without losing your conversation. There is tiny, okay, this is entitled Sharks, and it's from SeaWorld, Orlando, Florida. It's like Shark Week without moving pictures or water. And Shannon Dalton tells me we call it Steal Your Dollar Holler, and you are correct, Steve. And they're about 40 miles east of Branson, so I guess they would know. Shark. Okay, we got another crusty one here. It says Louisiana, where good things roll. NorCal Digger is in the house. For those outside of the U.S., Louisiana is down in the southern part of the U.S., bordering Mississippi and Texas and Arkansas on its north. Home of New Orleans and the big Mardi Gras celebration. And this one is Disneyland, it is California. We have Mickey Mouse conducting music, being a conductor, yeah, for music. I do not plan on getting, I might get a folder for what I keep, but if any of you see one of these pennies and can describe it to me in an email, feel free to do so and I'll send it to you, because having a hobo nickel collection is enough for me. I don't want to start another collection. I had someone send me a book on charge coins, another exonumia that I just didn't want to get into. So we have a pressed penny here with an onk on it. Rosicrucian Egypt Museum and Planetarium. Rosicrucians, I don't remember. That's either 18th or 19th century Europe founding. Please wrench NorCal. On Wednesday, we were still suffering from the YouTube problem of not allowing wrenches to be added. It would error out. But I have reviewed the footage for my Wednesday live for mail call, and have given everybody there the wrench, and it seems to be working again just fine. So I can see you are, LPG, and thank you for the heads up. NorCal now has a wrench, which means NorCal can click on a channel and say go to channel, and because that's a moderator power. Or you can post links if you want. This one does not say where it is from. It says Aztec on the River. Or, yes, Aztec on the River. It has an Aztec decorative face there. Next one is the Sedgwick Country Zoo and a Malaysian tiger. I don't know where the Sedgwick Country Zoo is, but it has somehow found its way to me. So. Cannot. Diodo Temple Koi Pond. And it has a pair of fish on here. See if I can get the koi fish to focus. There. I think you can see it. Tom Kingery is now in the house. Tom Kingery must have been here previously because he's already a moderator. Polar Bear says Yum is in the house. Polar Bear says Yum is tied in with Evil Arch Conservative. Waimea Valley Monkey Pod. I don't know where this location is, but Monkey Pond. Pod. I don't see any monkeys, just trees, but wonder how much these have changed since 1893. Not sure they have. Sesame Street, Forest of Fun. I think that's Cookie Monster, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not a... Sesame Street Muppet Master, so... Polar Bear says Yum is Evil Arch Conservative's other channel. And Polar Bear's saying hello to G Keyman 565, so I'm assuming on Starry's Lost and Found. So, but there is the House of Fun from Sesame Street. And Polar Bear's taken over. That looks like Scooby-Doo. And it's Paramount's King's Dominion. So I guess Paramount must own the Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Scooby-Doo. A couple of these are in pretty good shape. We are 32 minutes. This is just not as exciting as being out there exploring, but I hope you're all having fun nonetheless. This is the one that's closest to home so far. The Iowa 80 truck stop, America the Beautiful. And the Iowa 80 truck stop is in eastern Iowa on Interstate 80, and at one time claimed to be the largest truck stop in the world. I do not know if that still stands. This is Hawaii, Waiola, Aloha State. Yeah, I haven't moved to bifocals. The optometrist gave me that option. I'm just looking over top of my glasses because my I can still read fine print without glasses. So I guess I'm lucky so far. Don't know how many years that'll keep with me, but Riverbank Zoo and Gardens, and we have an alligator or a crocodile on there. And Iowa 80 is still the world's largest truck stop. There's a look at the alligator. I think the alligator, or was that a crocodile? I think the crocodiles have the stunted, more blunt-looking mouths, and the alligators have a longer snout. But I can't tell from that. And it is a Barack Obama pressed penny. And without a magnifying glass, I'm not seeing anything smaller than Barack Obama on there, though. And Stu's metal detecting is in the house. I do not know if this is Florida or California. It says Magic Kingdom Disney, which I think is just a subset of the overall both Disneyland and Disney World. So. And we are back to having tarnished enough. I think this is Buffalo Zoo with an otter, but as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. Coming up on Wednesday, I have 2 items that have come in so far, and both of them are T-shirts. So you can look forward to seeing new T-shirts that I've gotten in. Or one has come in, and Shane over at Ohio River History is giving out a T-shirt to anyone who has been one of his members for a year, and so I'm going to be getting that. And he says it should be here on Monday. So we have another pressed penny from Hawaii. It says Iolani Palace, Honolulu. I do not know my Hawaiian history enough other than to say that if this must be the royal palace before the U.S. government overthrew the Hawaiian government to help out the corporations. This is not from the movie Jungle Cruise, so you will not see The Rock here. This is from the Disney ride that the movie is based on. Let's see if we can show you Jungle Cruise. We had it for a second. Well, I think you're just going to have to take my word for it. That says Jungle Cruise, and there's a boat on the river. Lock Vikings Gal says this is a cool collection. So glad Starry isn't out in this weather. Deej suggests putting my hand behind it. That's a good idea. Yes, that worked nicely. There you can see the Jungle Cruise. Dan's Smoking Treasures in the house, and Shift Kicker has joined us. Saying, hi all, hit the thumbs up. Wednesday is the day where having sufficient number of thumbs up will trigger a giveaway of stickers from the Treasured fam. But I appreciate it anyway because it brings in traffic. The metal detecting channel is here. Oh, help if I have that right side up. Or did I have it right side up? I had it right side up to begin with. Experience Hawaii. Atlantis Adventures. See, the reason I was confused is because this is some top-mounted monorail. So I wasn't sure which way it was up. Metal detecting needs a wrench. Will do. The metal detecting channel is over on the Starrylock channel. I am sorry sometimes that I have two channels. I'll blame it on YouTube, though. I took away Starrylock the first time, and I started using Starry's Lost and Found as a backup, and then it came back, and I used both of them, and then they took it away a second time. Who knows when it'll happen again. Ocean City, Maryland. With a crab on there. Dan Smoking Treasure says, it's cold here today. I was thinking of digging nails out of my yard to practice. I think this one is off center. So it might be a collector's item. Or maybe their machine just, maybe there isn't sufficient collectors. I don't know. But the mascot character's at the top. And you have a ring, which is running about midway through in the word Texas. So I do not think that pressed penny machine was working correctly. Set that one slightly off to the side. I am trying to see the... I am not sure where that is from. I can't read the small print. Once again, I wish I had the coin cam, but as you can see, it's a cat raising his arms with doing this. So it sort of looks like that greeting cat that you get in Japanese restaurants and stores, but not quite because the hand's doing something different than normal. Once again, try to read that one. Ooh, it says good luck from, but then I cannot make out the rest. It was established in 1981, whatever it is. We're at 46 minutes. Well, I think hang loose cat, that could be. Seems to fit. This one has a flamingo on it, and it is Honolulu Zoo. In Hawaii, they call that hand gesture a shaka. I thought I gave metal detecting channel moderatorship. Is it malfunctioning again? It says you are now a standard moderator. This one is in rough shape. I think that's supposed to be like a T-Rex on there, but I can't read any of it, so. And we have another off-centered one. Oh, it says Waikiki shows a shark and the ring is only halfway through it. So I think that machine was on the line too. We'll set that with our misaligned ones. And Curry Beach, North Carolina, and it shows a dolphin and sun, but it is not pressed well, and it's not pressed well enough such you can actually see the stretched length memorial behind the dolphin. And the ring isn't properly aligned. So I'll set that with the other two misaligned ones. Not that I know that there's a market for misaligned pressed pennies, but there's a market for misaligned coins, so who knows? We are at 49 minutes. I think I'll do these 5 and we'll call it a day. This must have a movie tie-in. Says, "Run, Forrest, run." And there's a silhouette of a man running. It shows a Ferris wheel in the background. It says Anaheim, California. And I don't know who made these coins, but it just says, shows a hot dog in the middle and it says Chicago style. It's pretty easy to read, but slightly misaligned. And we have another Waikiki aquarium. And I'm not sure what the figure above the words are. I think it's an eel, but I could be wrong. Oh, I was wrong. 2 left. Now, Gulforium Marine Adventure Park. And it says pennycollector.com, which is probably the manufacturer of the pressed penny. And we have one last one. And I can go wash these hands that are turning black. This seems to be Tigger and Piglet. But I can't make out. There's numbers and then a word that's just so tiny I can't make them out. A lot of ones from Hawaii, California, and Florida. There's still a few for the next time we come back to these and take a look. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm not sure what you call it. It's not really coin stacking because these pennies are all malformed and warped and have ads printed on them. The pressed penny collection, Turbo Toys, is in the house. Doesn't matter when I stop broadcasting, somebody will show up just as I'm ready to. And Turbo Toys is our last person in the house. The squished penny hunt. Well, the squished penny hunt looks like it's about half done, I'm guessing. So we'll return to this another day. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Stamped penny collection. Yeah, there's many ways we could say it. Marlon seemed to have enjoyed himself. My hands are definitely blackened from doing it. So that is all I have for now. I will be back with a video release on Starrylock for Shout Out Monday. I'll have a shout out video on Starry's Lost and Found for the Treasure Fam on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I will have my live mail call, which may only be 2 t-shirts, but you know, last week it was a bill and 3 coins. So, and people seem to have fun. So I will bid you all a good day. If it is warm enough where you're at, you can go detecting or magnet fishing, which may account from the low numbers I'm getting as people out doing that already as we're into the afternoon. If you're not, go out to a store and go exploring or stay at home and watch some videos. I need to catch up on some videos. I feel a little guilty sometimes with the amount of videos I watch, but I do what I can and I'll try to catch up when I can. So it is treasure hunting prime time and spring is here. Spring is on the verge of being here in northern Iowa. I think it'll be here in a couple weeks. I have vacation time set aside beginning the very last part of May and the first 2 weeks of June. I have vacation time. And as long as the State Department doesn't mess up my passport application, I should be coming up to Canada to check out Saskatchewan and maybe going all the way over and visiting Marlon in person. You never know. So take care, everyone, and we will see you soon.